and congratulations to each of you on your nominations. Ms. Berner, I do want to come to you. There's been much discussion about your work as General Counsel at the SEIU, and I am the top Republican on the Human Rights and the Law Subcommittee. We put a lot of work into looking at the human trafficking, the sex trafficking, sexual assault issue. And Senator Gillibrand and I just recently in the last year passed a piece of legislation, the Speak Out Act, which would disallow pre-dispute non-disclosure agreements in these cases of sexual assault. So I know that Senator Lee and Senator Kennedy have asked you about this issue, and I'm going to come back to you on it because it is extremely concerning to me. And when we look at the courts, when we look at the federal government, when we look at corporations, and we discussed this issue yesterday in a hearing on corporate conduct, the fact that this is continuing is of concern to us. In your actions, what we see as being your actions in the case with Ms. Sturgis, with Mr. Regan, is incredibly disturbing because it appears that the union knew about these allegations and the union failed to take action, and then they continued to support the men that had carried out these allegations. And when you look at the conduct of Mr. Regan and the fact that he is still there, and the fact that he was known, this wasn't something that was hearsay, he was known for going to conferences, for getting drunk at the conference, and inappropriately dancing with female employees. So this was known behavior and conduct. And what it appears is this is just the tip of the iceberg with what took place at the SEIU. And one of Mr. Regan's top lieutenants, Stan Lyles, was also accused of misconduct. So you can see our concern. It looks like this conduct was standard operating procedure and that it was accepted and expected. And you did nothing about it. And that is the impression that is being given to us, and your hesitancy to answer these questions and come forward with an answer really does cause us concern. Now, in responding to Mr. Lyle's accuser, Mindy Sturge, you said that the matter was best left to be investigated by the local SEIU, the same union whose president, Ms. Sturge, was suing for sexual misconduct. So this is inconceivable. What was your expectation about this woman getting a fair outcome from having the abuser actually handle the investigation? Did you expect him to say, "I was wrong"? Did you expect him to handle it fairly? Because the answer would be, of course the guy's not going to be fair because the woman is accusing him. And this is exactly why we moved forward with cleaning this process up. So the appearance to us is that you were a party to this allowing this bad conduct. And it causes me pain to think that at a time when we're trying to get to the bottom of what's happening with this sexual assault, with these sex trafficking rings, that you as a judge would sit on a federal bench and a woman who is coming before you to have justice would not be given a fair shot at that justice. So do you regret this? Do you think these people should be removed? What is your position, and how would you like to clarify the record? Because right now, allowing this misconduct, pushing it to the abuser to handle a case of the accuser, this is something that is unacceptable.
Senator, I have dedicated my career to representing women and families, and I take every allegation of sexual assault and sexual misconduct seriously, whether levied at my client or whether it is an allegation.
This is a stock remark, and Mr. Chairman, I know I'm over time, but we have got to get to the bottom.
Senator, I'm
Yes.
going to give her the right to complete her answer.
Thank you. That's wonderful. Thank you.
Senator, what I can tell you is that I take all allegations of sexual assault seriously, that I have faithfully carried out my role as an advocate, and that if I were so fortunate as to be confirmed, any position that I had taken on behalf of a client would not have any relevance to any decision that I made as a judge. My position is taken as an advocate. I was advocating on behalf of my client, and if I were to be confirmed, I would be in the role of a neutral, where I would faithfully apply the relevant precedent to the facts in the case before me, and I would do as I have done throughout my career,